Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday morning. Yeah, I think so. And I wanted to really quickly do a little update on Once Upon a River because I'm pretty deep into it, almost halfway. I'm at page, where are we? 224 is the page that I'm on. And I have some like midway thoughts, nothing spoilery or anything like that, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I like it, but I really don't love it. Mauser, please don't lick yourself because you sound gross. Thanks. Yeah, so I like it, but I don't love it. And I think that's with good reason. And I feel like that would be kind of a common feeling towards the book, I guess. It's very whimsical and fairy tale-ish, and I like that. And there are some elements that are like certain parts you read and it's like just a touch of creepiness, like you're not really sure what's gonna happen, or like, did that really happen? Like little touches of creepiness, which I think is perfect for the fall. So it's like a perfect time to read this book, although it is set in the winter, so I feel like, you know, like November would be like a really perfect time. I am having a little bit of a time trying to keep the characters like separate in my mind. There are some characters that are pretty easy. Like there's a character named Margot and a character named Rita and a character named Lily, and they're pretty easy to remember. There's also like pretty much the women, they're really easy to keep track of because they mostly only have like one name that they're referred by or one way that they're referred to. There are a few men in the book, and like one of them is Mr. Vaughn, but Mr. Vaughn's name is also, I think, Anthony. And so sometimes he's Mr. Vaughn, sometimes he's just Vaughn, and sometimes he's Anthony. And so that's like three different ones. And then there's another character named Robert Armstrong, and sometimes they refer to him as Robert, and sometimes he's referred to as Mr. Armstrong, and sometimes he's referred to as just Armstrong. And I think for my mind anyway, it would be a lot easier and like more cohesive in my mind if Mr. Armstrong was always just Mr. Armstrong. And if Mr. Vaughn was always just Mr. Vaughn, like if they didn't bounce back and forth, because that makes it, like to me, I keep going, wait, who, what? And like there was a good portion of the book where like it said their first name and then it didn't say it again for a while, and then they referred to them as that, and I was like, wait, what guy is that? Who is that? There were portions of, like there are parts where like I really love Mr. Armstrong. I really liked his character. There are parts, like things about him that I really enjoy. There are things I really like about the book and things I really don't. And then I guess the other thing is there are some books that are written and they're just beautiful, and you don't know how that author managed to like put those words on the page in just such a way. I feel like, not that, and this has nothing to do with genre, just like beautiful writing in general. I think All the Light We Cannot See, absolutely beautiful writing. Bridge of Clay, I know a lot of people hated, but I thought the writing was so impactful and so amazing. Like I felt like I was reading poetry, and I don't like poetry. And A Gentleman in Moscow, again, I just loved the way it was written, and it doesn't matter what they're talking about. Like, I'm genre aside, I know I like those genres, but it just, the writing was beautiful, but it didn't feel like, it felt effortless to read for me. I know some people don't feel that about all of those people, but the writing was just so easy to absorb. And I feel like the writing in this, it wants to be beautiful and it wants to be pretty, but it's on its tiptoes and it's reaching a little bit. Like there are just some things where, yes, you added extra words there to make it like sound more whimsical and special, but I felt like you did, like I felt that. And if you have a book and you want it to be really like, I feel like if you want it to be really beautifully written and like, it needs to be something that feels effortless, and to me this felt like it was trying a little bit too hard. This morning, I so far haven't read anything because I wanted to do this in case like something like, cause I'm almost halfway or about halfway. So I didn't want to like get past the halfway point and then like maybe not have a change of heart or whatever. I wanted to like let you guys know how I'm feeling before I start reading this week. So currently drinking coffee and catching up on some YouTube videos because that's what I like to do when I drink my coffee. Sometimes I read, but a lot of times I just like to watch YouTube, drink my coffee for like half an hour, and then, because if I read, then my coffee just gets freezing cold and I don't drink it. Oh, hey guys, different navy blue shirt, same day. I fixed up my hair a bit. I pretty much never use my straightener, ever, so this is kind of weird for me. And I like to touch it when it is straightened because I can't just run my fingers through it when it's like curly wavy. Anyway, this is, what we're doing. When I straighten my hair, I don't really like it to be pin straight. I usually leave some of the wave in it, and I don't know. I'm just not that meticulous about getting, ew, don't make the bed. About getting all of the like waviness out of it, because then it has like no volume and it's really flat and I don't like that. I have been reading more of Once Upon a River. I also edited the vlog for the week, so that's exciting. I'm still really liking it. I feel like, at least in the spot that I just got to, things are kind of going to be revealed more and I'm going to start figuring out more, and some things are going to like maybe come together. Again, I still don't have extremely high hopes for it, but I really like Robert Armstrong's character. He's probably my favorite in the whole book. He just seems like he has such a kind heart, and he seems like such a kind person. Like, I just want to give him a hug because, like, there's some really sad things. Yeah, I just want to give him a hug because things are so sad, and I feel so awful for him. And he just, like, his kind of storyline is, like, breaking my heart a little bit. Anywho, I am enjoying it so far. I wanted to kind of update that. I think I just hit page like 265 or so. I think I'm right around there. I'm hoping to get another chunk done tonight and maybe finish it tomorrow night. I do have a photo job tomorrow, which is why I edited the vlog today. And that's going to take up a huge chunk of my day tomorrow, like a decent 4 hours because it's a newborn shoot. Hopefully he's a nice sleepy baby and he sleeps and we can get lots of cuteness pictures. So that's going to be tomorrow. And then I don't really have anything going on for the rest of the week, so I'm hoping that I can finish it this week, and if I'm really, really lucky and I try really, really hard, I might actually be able to get to Us Against You, which I really, really want to do this month. I really want to. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. I had a photo shoot today. Actually did a newborn. He was so precious. I mean, they're always precious, but there is just something about getting to squish a little sweet newborn. Oh my goodness, they're just so cute with their little squishy faces. Oh man, he was so adorable. Anyway, after that, I decided to do a little retail therapy, a very little bit. I did go to Plato's Closet and I picked up actually this sweater, which I have like a gray and burgundy sweater, which you guys have seen on this channel like a million times, but I wanted a more neutral one. And I wanted it to be like all gray. This one's more like tan, but it doesn't wash me out, I don't think. And it looked really good with this shirt. So yeah, I got this sweater, which I'm gonna have to take off in a minute because my house is way hotter than it is outside still. A lot of you have commented on a tank top that I wear sometimes in the summer that has like little anchors on it. And I found a sweater version. So that's exciting. And I always, oh, it's gonna be bright. I don't know why I love like nautical things. I just think they look really cute. So I got that sweater, which is really soft and nice. And then I also found, and this was like the steal, like this is the exciting part because I hate jeans, or not hate jeans, I hate shopping for jeans because they always fit weird. So I found these and they're like distressed. I cuffed the bottoms, but obviously they don't have to be worn like that. They fit really good. They feel really good, which is so nice, and they're in really good condition. aside from the rips that obviously they came with. I accidentally tore the knee, like the whole front of the pant leg tore out of my other pair of like just distressed pants that I really liked. So I was excited to find these, especially because they were only 20 bucks and they're Guess, and I don't buy name brand anything because I'm a cheapskate. But Plato's Closet is like my new favorite thing. It's so nice. And then I went by the mall really quick and I picked up Oathbringer because it came out in mass market paperback. It is a chunker. I still need to read, is it called Words of Radiance? Book 2. I still have to read that one. But I wanted to pick this one up because I had birthday money or Christmas money, I don't know, one of them, specifically to get the third book when it came out, and I didn't want to forget. So I did get this. So that's what I did today. I don't remember how much more of Once Upon a River, that came out weird. I don't know how much more I read of Once Upon a River last night. Wasn't a whole lot, but I think I'm well past the 300 page mark. Like, I think I have like 140 pages left. And Mauser needs to go outside, so he's whimpering a little bit. I'm gonna let him out in just a second. But I am getting pretty far through Once Upon a River, so hopefully I'll finish that like tonight or tomorrow if I can like really try hard. Hey guys, it's Thursday and I just finished Once Upon a River maybe an hour ago, and I am still processing, and I don't know what to think of it. Like, I really liked it. I think it's worth the read, but it's not without its problems. But I would say solid 3.5, but I would round it to a 4, I think. I don't know. I don't want to round it down because I do think the story was good, and I did think a couple parts, like it was trying to fill shoes that it couldn't. But if you're someone who likes trigger warnings, I would say to definitely look them up before you start reading because there is a lot of stuff in there. Nothing super graphic, I guess. But if you do like trigger warnings, I would say to go and check which ones are there, because there were some like serious heavy things that went on in the book. When I finished this book, even though while I was reading it, there were like things that I didn't like, or like some places, just like I said, felt like they were reaching a bit, and some things got a little like, I don't even want to say confusing. Like they're just, it did meander. But I don't usually mind stories that do that, so that wasn't really like a bad thing for me. But I did like it. It was whimsical. It was a little bit eerie. It was perfect I think it's perfect for fall. Like if you're looking for a read that's a little bit eerie, like there were some parts that were a little bit like creepy. Not like supernatural creepy, but like just eerie characters. Like the bad guys in the book, like, are bad and like very dislikable, and then you find out like about their past, and you find out about different people's pasts and like where they came from, and there's interesting themes of like nurture versus nature, or nature versus nurture, however you want to say the phrase. It was interesting. Like I would recommend it as like something that could be interesting to read. I just wouldn't recommend it in like a way that like everybody would definitely love this book, because I definitely think that's not the case. But I'm finally picking up Us Against You, and my heart is like not ready. I mean, it's ready. It wants this. Like, I feel like reading a Frederick Bachman novel is like going home, but like obviously like if home is a really heartbreaking place. But his writing, it's just so like, I'm like, yep, this is what I want. This is what I want to read. And I am like so excited for anything that he ever publishes ever. But even like he has just the strongest like openings to his books. Like they just pull you in and gut you. And he has this thing, and this is a thing that he does, something that Marcus Zuzak does, something that Amor Towles did in A Gentleman in Moscow, where they will literally tell you things are going to happen. Like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. And you know that they're coming, so you shouldn't be surprised. But you know that by the time that thing comes and happens, you are going to be bawling like a baby, and your heart is going to break. And, like, The Book Thief did it, Bridge of Clay did it, I'm pretty sure Beartown did it. I don't know, there are, like, lots of things. Like, they just, where they'll say, like, XYZ will happen, but, like, don't worry, we're not there yet. And you're like, what was that? And it feels like it's going to be a spoiler, but like it's not, because it just makes it hit even harder once it does. And I don't know how they do that, but I love when they do that well. Hey guys, it's Saturday. I thought I would pop on here really quickly and give you like a little reading update. I am, as I like pick this up because you guys can see what book it is. Inside of here is Us Against You by Frederick Bachman. I am 100 pages in now and loving it. Like oh man, I don't want to say too much in this vlog or vlogging this book because it is a sequel, but so far like my heart has already been pulled. Like I have already teared up at least once, and I've got 4 tabs in there because he is just so quotable. Like anything Frederick Bachman ever puts out, I will read. I don't even need to know what it's about. I will read it and hopefully love it. So far I have loved like everything that I've read by him so far. Thumbs up for cute puppies. Oh, he's so cute. I did film my TBR today, so my October TBR should be up. By the time you see this, I will put it, where is it? Up here? How did I just now I can't remember which side it's on. Anyway, I will put a card. I think it's up on this side. Anyway, I will stick a card up there and you guys can check out my October TBR if you missed it on Monday. It's really, really short, like usual. I mean, I think they're usually all pretty small because you guys know, I like to do a top 3. I think this month I added 4, but still, I do a very, very short TBR at the end of at the beginning of the month, and then I like to do a longer wrap up at the end of the month where I can just like talk about everything. Reiner's birthday today and Jared's birthday yesterday, and we're going to a family dinner any minute. We're supposed to be there by like 3 o'clock. I think we're gonna be a couple minutes late, but we had to go early so that Jared can go pick up his grandparents and bring them to town. So I just really quickly wanted to pop on here and give you a little reading update so I don't miss today. It's Saturday night and I don't know, I had like a weird realization tonight, which doesn't happen to me very often. Like I don't get these sort of, I don't get these feelings that often because I don't know why I don't, but does anybody else ever feel like tragic things happened in their childhood and like you should be like so much more messed up than you feel like you are? Because that's sort of like me and how I feel, not all the time, but you know, here and there. So anyway, like as I mentioned in the last clip when I was more excited and happy and whatever, Reiner turned 7 today, which was a big deal. I cannot believe that I'm the mom of a 7-year-old. It's just so incredible. Like he's such a cool person. He's so cool. And so sweet and so kind and so loving and just, he's such a blessing. But tonight, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but when I was 7, it's weird, I think, because I was thinking about like when I was 7, the monumental thing that happened in my life was that my brother passed away. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I don't mention it that much because, I mean, that was 22 years ago. It was a long time ago. So I don't want to bring people down too much. And you guys know I've had brother problems with my other brother recently. But that happened. So when I was 7, my brother passed away. And today I had this weird realization. I just like couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine him having to go through that. Like thinking about how little he is. And it's so weird because you like, survivable. But having to think about that, having to go through it, having to live your life with someone missing is really weird. It's a weird thing, like the fact that I was that same age, I was that little. My dog's running around like a beast. Just that I was that age and I was that little, and like something so huge and so life-changing and so awful happened. And sometimes I just like, I think, I don't know, like that I should be so much more affected by it, which is like a really weird thing to think of. Like, I mean, not that I'm not affected, but just the fact that I just, like I've said before, I compartmentalize things and I like put them to the back of my mind, and so I don't dwell. Like, I'm not really a big dweller on things. I just tend to like move on and keep going because it's really all you can do, or else you'll just crumble. I don't like to talk much when I'm crying because I'm not a cute crier, and my nose gets really stuffed, and so I sound awful. And I don't want to punish anybody for watching this to have to listen to that, so I'm gonna go chill and calm down and not be a weirdo. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop on here and close out the vlog. It's Monday, but you know, now I get to upload on Thursday, so if I forget to close the vlog, I don't have to just put a weird little end slate at the end. If I kept the last clip in this vlog, you saw that I did come home kind of emotional, like a lot emotional, after Reiner's birthday celebration thing. Something about like remembering my life at 7, and like I felt so much older than I was, and it's just so funny to like, well, not funny, but like Reiner he's so little and he's so innocent, and like we've had grandparents pass away, like his great-grandparents and stuff, some of them, and we've had pets pass away, and like he gets it, he knows what death is, but there's something I think a little different, not better, but just different about losing a sibling versus losing someone who like is old. Like someone who's old, you expect it, but you don't have to like live the rest of your life with an empty hole. Does that make sense? Maybe not. Maybe some people don't feel like that. It's just different when you're expecting it. Like that is like a normal thing for you to grow up and you unfortunately lose your grandparents and you always miss them, but it's just different. Whereas growing up in a house where one of the kids was missing was a vastly different experience than when any of my grandparents have passed away. It was different. It was a different kind of hole. I'm not going to say there wasn't a hole, but there's just like a different kind of hole. There was like always this like understanding that someone was missing, and like you just don't expect your siblings to not be there. And then I mean, now I really only have my sister because my other brother is somewhere. But it was such a weird situation, and it made me realize like how I'm so thankful, but how innocent Reiner still is, because that was a big thing to learn. Like my first experience with death, besides like my grandparents' dog or something, was my older brother, and it was weird. It was a weird experience. It was weird growing up without him, and it's still weird now, especially like hitting the milestones. Like I remember when I turned 15, it was like this huge realization of how young I really was, because when I was little, for some reason, like when you're 7, 15 you know is young, but it feels old to you because you're just little. And when I hit 15 and I realized how young I was, and it just was so like when, I don't know how to explain it, like when you're little and a 15-year-old kid passes away, it feels like a big kid, like a grown-up. They feel like a grown-up. And then you hit 15 and you're like, whoa. And like, I am turning 30 next year, and it's weird to think that I've been alive twice as long as he was. Like, it's just not like a guilt thing or anything like that. It's just these weird realizations that like make me like tear up and get emotional and stuff. I don't like to be overly vulnerable. It just doesn't make me feel good. It makes me feel a little weird. Or like, I don't want to bring down the vlogs. I don't want to bring down you guys. And like make anybody sad, because that's like never my intention. But also I'm human, and sometimes like I wouldn't normally pick up the camera, and I think that's why I did, because I don't usually, like usually if I have a moment like that, like you guys won't see it, because it doesn't happen very often, but also just I'm not usually one to pick up the camera, and I did that time. We'll see what comes of it, or what came of it. I guess you guys would have already seen it as I'm still rambling. Anyway, I did come on here because I was going to close out the vlog instead of extending it into week 2. I am still reading Us Against You, really enjoying it. It is already like, there's just so many like gut-punching things. It's just, oh, I know it's going to be such a heavy read, and I'm ready for it, but I'm also like not ready for it, and can't believe that the next book isn't coming out for a long time, like a couple years probably. But I am looking forward to the finale of the trilogy, and also like terrified about what's gonna happen. But anyway, I am gonna let you guys go, and I will catch up with you next week's vlog, and I will talk to you guys all soon. As always, don't forget to leave me a comment down below. What do you guys have going on this weekend? Do you have any plans? Anything fun? What are you reading? All of the usual stuff that I always ask, because I love to hear all that stuff from you guys. And while you're down there, don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell next to it so you don't miss future notifications. I do upload most Mondays and Thursdays, and I will talk to you guys all next time. Thanks so much for watching.
No, not to it. No, I don't need the trouble. I can't think straight, can't concentrate. Feels like I'm seeing double. You're on my mind.